Thank you to EA for sponsoring this video. Hi everyone, it's Eva here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the most exciting video and announcement I was ever able to make. As you might be able to guess from the video title, the Sims team have actually asked me to help create their new expansion pack, The Sims for Businesses and Hobbies. I'm still quite in shock that they ever even considered me or that they know who I am. But yes, EA has asked me to build 2 lots for this new expansion pack. Like I said, I'm still in shock. I'm still I feel like this is a fever dream. It has been the biggest secret I've ever had to keep. It's actually insane. I'm so stoked. As a builder, it is literally the biggest honor to be able to work with the Sims team, who are absolutely amazing and lovely people, and yeah, help create an actual pack in The Sims 4. Like, I swear, if you told me as a teenager and a child playing The Sims at my dad's computer that I would be actually working with the Sims team and helping shape a incredibly cool expansion pack, I would never believe it. I'm in complete disbelief that this is happening and that I was fortunate enough to have this experience alongside other creators. The lovely Johanna Builds, Laireen and kellyhartx were also creating lots for this world, so go check out their content and their builds because they all did an amazing job and it was a pleasure to work with them. But yeah, I'm also hopeful that you'll like what we've created, all of us. The Sims team have been absolutely amazing. Like I said, we worked with a lovely team. They were all so supportive and so inspiring and so creative, and it was such a fun process to see kind of the background of, you know, how the game comes together and like see that kind of glimpse into, yeah, the creation of genuinely my favorite game on earth. So of course I'm also going to be biased saying this now, but I am so honored to have been part of a pack that I think will be a new staple for like so many players and hopefully a favorite because it brings the most exciting gameplay. It is about businesses, small businesses and hobbies. You can have your own business and flat and home above on the same lot. Literally, how long have we been waiting for this? So long. It's such versatile gameplay as well, so that's really cool. I think it'll open up a lot of creative storytelling and gameplay options for so many players, and it comes with stunning build and buy, which you'll get to see more of when we go into the video, which will be very soon when I stop waffling. I'm sorry. Amazing build and buy. It's like this mid-century Scandi style, but then also like really old-fashioned. It's really versatile and I love it. It was so much fun, and I built 2 different lots, so you'll see me use the whole kind of range of build and buy in those videos. But yeah, the new world is absolutely beautiful and amazing. It's a European inspired world, which is always what I'm here for. Like, I live in Europe, I am European. For me, anything European feels like close to home, so I'm so excited to have more European representation. The new world is called Nordhaven, which I hope I am pronouncing correctly. It's very much inspired by Scandinavian countries and kind of northern European cities, so a lot of inspiration was taken from Oslo, Stockholm, Copenhagen, but also Berlin, London, and that's why I'm here, and Amsterdam. So yeah, it's this really amazing, beautiful world, and it has an old town which is called Gammelvik, and the new town, which is Iverstad, which has more like an industrial contemporary vibe. Also, if you are planning to purchase the new Sims for Businesses and Hobbies expansion pack, then please consider using my creator code EvaRotki at checkout, because that directly supports me and the channel, and I'm super grateful to everybody who's already been using it. But with this pack especially, it would really mean the world to me. So thank you everybody. But yeah, let's hop actually into the speed build, and I'll talk you through my builds that I've created for The Sims 4 Businesses and Hobbies. What? So here we are. This is the Old Foundry in the new town, which is Iverstad, and it is the home to the Herbs household. So there are a few Herbs characters returning in this pack, and here we've got Crispin Black, Cannonball, and Crispin's teenage son Ollie. So in order to save some money, they moved into this old renovated foundry with the three of them kind of house sharing while they're all saving up money to buy all the businesses that they want to run. And the kind of idea that the Sims team gave me was for it to be like an old industrial building that has a kind of contemporary extension or part to it. So yeah, we're building this really cool foundry with this like red brick, which is new, and on the top where the roof previously was, we have a new modern extension, which is kind of like this big glass box with absolutely incredible views. That was kind of the idea that I wanted to convey as well. I wanted it to feel kind of industrial but modern at the same time, and it's like the Sims team knew that I love building buildings that are old and new combined. I love the kind of combination of the history with something more contemporary. So yeah, it's like they knew. Who would have thought? So yeah, it was an absolute joy to create this. Also to note that this is obviously not the final software. I recorded this when we were building this in the early kind of versions of the game, so that's why you also see my name floating around everywhere. This is like a really early version of the game. And as I said before, there's a lot of build and buy that kind of works for the industrial side of building as well as the kind of older historical buildings. So there's lots and lots of industrial doors that I'm using, like these beautiful glazed double doors. Absolutely obsessed with those. And we've got these stunning windows on the top floor that I'm using. They're 3 tile glass windows from floor to ceiling. They look absolutely incredible. They're super modern, super sleek. So we're using those there on the extension to kind of create this contrast between the old brick building and this new super modern extension. So on the interior, I wanted to go for a really open plan layout because obviously this used to be an old factory, so there wouldn't have been many kind of rooms and partitions in a build like this. So I kind of wanted to re-evoke that with the kind of open plan layout. So that's why we've got a mezzanine in the kind of living area. Bringing in those really tall warehouse ceilings is kind of a nice nod to the kind of history of the building. We've got these really cool new floating stairs, which I love. I adore those. They're really kind of architectural, but they also come with this beautiful railing, and there's various different fences actually. There's so many fences in this pack that are all really like minimal and like modern, with one of them that my favorite one is the one with the kind of light feature underneath, so it's kind of lit up really discreetly. It's super lovely, and I'm using it throughout this build. I think it's such a beautiful fence, and yeah, the stairs in general I'm very happy with. And for the finishes, I went for a kind of old brutalist interior, really contemporary with lots of concrete. We've got metal beams that are exposed, and yeah, just really minimal in terms of furniture and decorations, but at the same time I wanted it to feel warm and homey, so we're kind of juxtaposing it with a lot of timber and like warmth in that material. And then we've got lots and lots of beautiful Scandi furniture that comes with this pack that kind of really works and creates this contemporary, warm, cozy feeling. I really love all the textures, especially on the new furniture, like the timber textures. The fabrics are all really gorgeous. There's like leather textures. I love the build and buy. Did I mention that already? There might be a lot of base game items that you see me use at the beginning in this kind of first draft of the build, because some of the items from the new pack weren't ready available the first time round, so I had to just put like a placeholder, and then later on you'll see me replace those with the new items, like for example all the rugs and plants and stuff. A lot of those are replaced later on, as you'll see. Also perfectly fitting in with this build is the new bathroom furniture. So there's a new sink and a new bathtub, and I am obsessed with both of them. I genuinely think they're the prettiest bathroom items so far created in The Sims. They are like a combination of different concrete swatches, but then also beautiful timbers and different metals. So you have all the options out there. The concrete finish looks absolutely amazing and sleek, and the timber kind of muted colors of everything. It's like chef's kiss, and I'm so stoked. I'm using them throughout this build and also my other build, so you'll see plenty of these kind of bathroom items. So because Cannonball, who lives lives here, is an entertainer at the Music Lounge, which my lovely friend Johanna Builds created. He kind of has a different aesthetic maybe to Crispin, who's very minimal and architectural and likes very clean lines and very kind of monochrome colours. Crispin loves a bit of a kind of plusher style, and we of course wanted for him to have some space for making music. So there's a little entertainment room with a piano. It's a new upright piano, which is stunning. And then there's, like I said, a bit more plush furniture in there. So that room undergoes quite a lot of changes. We're kind of making it a bit warmer compared to the rest of the house with, you know, all the concrete. We're kind of breaking it up and bringing in a lot of the kind of brick and timber to kind of make it a really cozy entertainment space. And I mentioned already the mezzanine earlier, but my favourite part about the mezzanine is this new chandelier that I am obsessed with. I love the chandelier so much. It's this really elegant chandelier without looking like too old-fashioned. It really works in like a contemporary setting as well. And like I said, Cannonball kind of has a bit of, you know, a penchant for something fancy and a bit more luxurious. So yeah, we're bringing a few touches like that in. And this chandelier just has its moment in that mezzanine when you come up the stairs and you can look down into the living room, you can see that beautiful chandelier. I absolutely love that. And I'm having a similar moment with the chandelier and mezzanine in the art gallery that I built. So keep an eye out for that video as well. So moving on into the bedrooms, we're starting off with Cannonball's bedroom. There's a new bed, which is stunning, has lovely swatches. So of course we're using it throughout the whole house. This new rug that comes with the pack is, again, has so many different swatches, goes from like plain neutral ones to patterned ones to kind of these vintagey looking ones. So I'm going for a style that is kind of a washed out vintage. Like I assume he like picked it up in a cool kind of thrift store. And what I was very happy to hear was that they wanted this pack to feel more neutral in colours than, you know, most of their usual packs. And of course, as you might know if you have seen my builds before, neutral colours are my greatest strength, and I don't love to play with colour, so hearing that everything would be kind of quite neutral and muted was music to my ears. It was so much easier for me to build this because I knew I could just stay within the palette that I feel really comfortable in. Yeah, I think it'll be really versatile for the build and buy. Like, I genuinely think so many players will be able to use this in so many different kinds of builds. So that is, yeah, really good, especially because also there's so many different wood tones. They're really catering for all kind of swatch combinations, and there are so many lovely tones and swatch combinations that I could not decide what to go with at the beginning. I really am happy about the build and buy and the detail, like the little table lamps, the modern floor lights, the plants, like even the clutter, like everything is so stylish and so, yeah, just really pretty, right up my street really. So I'm just stoked. But yeah, like I said, there's a lot of placeholders, so keep watching to see, you know, how the build evolves and what the new items are. So Crispin has the top floor to himself. He's very lucky. He's got the kind of modern extension to himself, and it's got like his own ensuite, massive bedroom, and there's a kind of artsy corridor as well, because Crispin is quite into art and is hoping to buy the art gallery in Old Town, which coincidentally I built. So yes, we've got a bit of a kind of museum-esque vibe up there as well for him to kind of remind him of his goals. So his style, like I mentioned, is super sleek, super minimal, super monochrome. So he doesn't really bring, you know, any kind of personalization into his space. He wants it to be super architectural and minimal. So that's what we've done. It's very black and white up here. It's super minimal. Like, there is really not much in his room, but I love it. Like, I love minimalism, and I think it's like, yeah, it can look really good if you do it right. I think we kind of hit the balance perfectly right. So again, we're using the new bed. There's this new wall lights, which I'm obsessed with, and you'll see loads more of those in my art gallery build. He's got this new fireplace, which we're changing out. That base game fireplace is not staying. And then we've got this really cool open wardrobe, which is super Scandi. I love it. It's this like really minimal style of showing your wardrobe. I could never, because my clothes would never look tidy or pretty enough on just an open kind of wardrobe. But it works. I feel like Crispin will probably just wear black and white clothing, so it'll look super minimal and super sleek. And then he's got this kind of open bathroom wing in a way. So there's this new divider, which is in the style of the new 3 tile windows that we're using upstairs. So it is a kind of room divider with milky glass at the bottom. So it really is perfect for, like, you know, separating 2 spaces and creating some privacy in one of them. So yeah, the bathroom has this divider and you kind of walk into it straight from the bedroom. There's no door, nothing, so it is all just one big space. And in here we're again using the new sinks, the new bathtub, and the new wall lights and everything, and it's just super minimal. How many times do I say minimal in this video? So just, you know, super minimal and super aesthetic in here. Like, you know, I have a feeling he would put everything away. He would not have clutter out anywhere. You know, even his toothbrush goes in a drawer. Like, that's the vibe I get from Crispin. But yeah, I am actually obsessed with this bathroom. And then, like, one thing I changed that I wasn't happy with it the first time round building was just the kitchen, so I updated it to be a bit more modern. I went with the industrial base game kitchen, the first draft of the build, and I just wasn't feeling it. I thought it was trying too hard to be industrial. So yeah, we're going for another base game kitchen, which is sleek, minimal, black and white, more modern, and I think that works much better in the space. For anybody who is kind of interested in the kind of process behind the builds, we were working on them for quite some time, and we would, you know, make changes to them to kind of optimize them and make them better and more perfect. And yeah, so there's a few changes. Like I said, a lot of the time it was just replacing furniture that had now become available that was from the new pack, which I had to use placeholders for. So we're replacing all the kind of rugs and parasols and floor lamps, table lamps, everything that we didn't have before. The fireplaces as well, that was a big one. I think the fireplaces really kind of are the focal point of each room. I was so excited to use them finally and see how they really shaped the room. And then up to the roof terrace, so you can come out of the extension on one side and there's a ladder up to the rooftop. So up there we've got a cozy little seating area, a barbecue, and some sofas with parasols. So the parasols are also placeholders. We get these beautiful parasols with the new pack. Lots of placeholders around, but you'll see the updates and also you'll see the final kind of result of my building in the tour at the end, because I'm doing a little video tour of every single room. And as I mentioned before, also the music room underwent changes to make it more warmer and cozier. So we're kind of amending it with more brick and timber, and yeah, just giving it a bit of more plush furniture to match Cannonball's vibe, because that's what he's into, and that's probably the space he will use the most. Also, we get this really stunning door, which I don't think I highlight enough, but there's a 1 tile really tall glass door, like modern, and I'm obsessed with it. I love it so much. I can definitely see that getting a lot of use as well. One area that underwent quite a lot of change because I wasn't happy with the kind of layout arrangement was the living room in this build. For some reason it just wasn't working for me, and I played around with it quite a lot to make sure it's kind of the best we can get out of that open plan. There's a really cool new fireplace, actually 2 new fireplaces. One is like an old-fashioned kind of Scandi style fireplace, and then this really contemporary modern one, which I think will be getting a lot of use in future builds just because it's so contemporary and interesting. The dining table is a new dining table as well, which I think just works so well with the chairs. I love Scandi mid-century furniture. I personally have been working with it a lot in my interior design job outside of Sims, and it's just great to see that style and that really just really minimal but gorgeous and warm aesthetic in The Sims, and the neutral swatches just make it perfect in my opinion. Another room that underwent quite a few changes is Ollie's room. Ollie is the teenager, like I said, quite the nerd, and I wanted it to be reflected, but we're undergoing quite a few changes here. So it ends up kind of being a bit more teenagery later on, like we're using darker colours, we're bringing the brick in again, and the timber paneling, which is a new wallpaper from the new pack. And just there's so many like neon signs and like fairy lights, which I think are quite kind of teenagery. God, that makes me sound old. There's quite just a few changes that we made to make it feel more cozy. And then Cannonball's room. So because, like I said, I don't know, probably 5 times now, Cannonball is into his music. He works at the jazz club. He just likes a bit of colour, a bit of plushiness, a bit more traditionalism. So we've kind of injected some colour into his room as well. So we're going for the blues, kind of tealy colours, which I think works really well with the concrete as well, because you don't want to create rooms that feel really disjointed to the rest of the house. They all kind of really need to speak one language in a way in order to connect. And I really think we achieved that. I think it just, yeah, works all well together, but reflects every character's personality in a way. Forgot to say, there's a plant, like a wall hanging plant that came a bit later. It's this beautiful trailing green plant. I'm obsessed with it. I can never get enough plant options in The Sims. So yeah, I'm always happy for these beautiful trailing plants. Could I keep a plant alive in real life? No, but that's beside the point. And they really paid attention to detail with this build and buy. So there is lots and lots of detail for the exterior of buildings, which I love. I think that's so amazing. Like there's drain pipes that are stunning. Finally, we've got some new drain pipes in The Sims. I am so happy. There's like graffitis, there's beautiful wall lights for the exterior of buildings, and really a lot of details, which you'll also see in my other build, which is located in the old part of town. So there'll be a lot more of that kind of old traditional architecture in that build. There's lots and lots of new roof details as well. So there's a new chimney, new roof trim, new roof color / pattern. But we're getting towards the end of the video, unfortunately. I could talk about this forevermore. I am so honoured that the Sims team have asked me to create this lot for the new Sims 4 expansion pack, Businesses and Hobbies. I really hope that you like what I've created for this new pack, that you like the new pack, and that you'll have fun exploring this build in your own time, in your own game. I can't believe I'm saying that. Leave some lovely comments down below. I would really appreciate it to hear your thoughts on everything. I am so excited to have been part of this. Like, it has been the biggest secret to keep, and yeah, I really hope you will love this as much as I do. Keep an eye out for the next video where I'll show you the second build which I created for the new pack, and I'll see you hopefully very soon. Bye!